Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I'm your cruise director on the Magical Mystery Tour. Today I have got in front of me a heap of new, with a couple of new to me, products from the drugstore, the chemist, the pharmacy, whatever you would like to call it. Here I've been into, as I film this, Priceline have had a big makeup sale on here in Australia, so I've been in and picked up a few things, and we're going to compare them because I have similar-ish things from different brands. So before we get to that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell to be alerted to any new uploads, and if you like this video at the end, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's get to it. So first up, I am going in, I've got a couple of different sort of primers. We know I love an illuminating primer, but I also have picked up a hydrating jelly primer from Revolution. They've brought out a heap of new things, so today I am going to use a few of those. So this, you can see, is quite fluidy, so let's try. She's runny. Oh, it's very highly scented. Is it tutti frutti? Raspberry? It smells like, I don't know, maybe a strawberry. Maybe a, not a strawberry and cream chuppa chup, but the total strawberry. If you don't like scent, you're probably not going to like this immediately because it is strongly scented. It smells, it smells like lollies on my face, quite frankly. It does feel hydrating. Like, it feels nicely hydrating. It's very, you saw how fluidy it was. It's very watery, sort of like a, it doesn't even, well, yeah, slightly fat water. It's absorbing nicely without leaving any feeling of stickiness. It's got no real, yeah, a little bit of tackiness, but not that uncomfortable tackiness. But it does feel like it is hydrating. Very nice. So, I do like the smell of that, but again, I don't think, if you don't like scents, you're not going to like it. Next up, now, it wouldn't be me without this. I have an illuminating product, a Luminizer. This is from Covergirl. It is the Skin Enhancer. I've got the shade, well, what does that say there? Goldie Opal Glow. I can read it if it's on my monitor. Let's see how this goes. So, I think there's about 3 different shades in this. In this range. I'm using my fingers to do it. I've got a big pimple coming up there. Okay. So, let's see how we go. I just want to say I am going to get back into skincare. I just needed to pull away from it for a bit with what's going on. Makeup for me is my therapy. It's my mental health space. It's something that I enjoy. So at the moment, we've just pulled back the anti-age while I deal with how I feel about everything. I am good, like I'm good. I just don't want to go there just yet. It will come back because here's different to over there. I'm just, yeah, anywho. So this is just giving a nice soft glow. It feels quite light compared to some. Obviously, there's 1,000 of these on here. So this is Covergirl's version of it. It's not as much, it's both hydrating and slightly glowy. So this is Opal, which is the lightest one. You can see that sort of reflect that's happening on my face. Not as much coverage as some on the market. Now, I don't have a new foundation. I do have 2 foundation products because I bought a heap of Australis stuff. Now, I hated when it was in the square rectangular bottle, the Fresh and Flawless. A lot of people loved it. I hated it. I hated how it looked on my skin. I hated the wear of it. It peeled all the time. There was nothing I liked about it. These weren't on sale, so I got the new release Fresh and Flawless full coverage, but I also got the skin tint. I'm going to try the skin tint, and I did pick up their concealer. Unfortunately, when I got to the counter, the one that I had was the tester in my hand, and when I went back to pick up the shade Fair, some grot had opened the only other one that was there instead of using the tester. So as much as I complain about Priceline and their sealing of everything, it would really help if grots, and I know it's not us that are doing it, it's going to be kids that are doing this. So I've got the skin tint in the shade, it's probably light, in the shade Fair, and I've got the concealer in the shade Natural. I mean, I don't know how this is going to go. Let's see. So not doing the stupid thing where people go, ooh, look at it on my face. I'm keeping this clean. You can see I've squeezed lines of that. It's thick. Even though it's a tint, it's thick. Thick. So with that being said, I am getting my makeup brush. Actually, I do have, let's see how this goes. Try this. This is the OXX foundation brush, $6. Look like the Revlon brush at all? This is a lot weightier, and the Revlon feels a bit denser, but for Fair, can I just say, it looks lighter on the screen than it does in, oh yeah, okay. I was going to say it looks lighter on screen. This, for a skin tint, feels so thick. That's what I don't get. Like, this feels foundation thick. Not something that I would particularly, I don't know why when I squeezed it out, oh well, I didn't squeeze it out, I just picked up Fair because I looked at the colours, so I didn't even test it. That's so thick. Going to get a bit more of that. Really thick, like, that's surprising me how thick it is. Which will be interesting to see how it compares to the foundation. Like, paste thick. Look at how thick that's sitting on makeup sponge. Now, I don't normally think skin tints are meant to be mattifying, and this is definitely that. All right. I'm really surprised. Okay, get medium coverage and healthy glow with our lightweight Fresh and Flawless skin tint containing tea tree oil to help fight pimples, vitamin E for skin protection, and rich in a refined form of hyaluronic acid to promote healthy skin that glows from within. That's not glowy. Can you tell? I'm stumped. I'm stumped. Okay, which does not make me think that this is going to go any better. This is the Fresh and Flawless Concealer. Conceal and Contour. This is a darker shade than what I am wearing, which is not necessarily a bad thing because I'm not really looking at brightening up under the eyes. I am looking at concealing. I can go a little bit warmer under my eyes because it sort of corrects and cancels out. This is thick as well. Okay. Right. I think I prefer this than I do the skin tint. I'm really thankful that I paid under $10 for them. But I actually don't mind that skin tint. It'll be interesting, not the skin tint, the concealer. It'll be interesting to see how it dries down a little bit. So, speaking of which, what I am going to do is set down my face and prep my lids and then come back and do my brows. Okay, so I've set down my face and prep my eyelids. Let's just brush out these brows because this could make a mess. I picked up the Maybelline Superfluff. I got the shade medium brown, which looked like it was going to be more of an ash brown. So we have very much like the Benefit brow, as you can see. So I'm just going to clean that off. Oh, look, you can see there's a little fibre hangy. Oh, still more. Okay, let's see how these go. The problem with these is you've really got to work it. Oh, she's gripped up here. Let's just, there you go. But as far as a pharmacy brow, it's not too bad. It's one of the better ones straight away. I do like the NYX Brow Gel. But generally as a rule, I think pharmacy brands, maybe just shaking my head, pharmacy brands do better in overall in pencils. That's where you can save money. And then if you want a good brow product like this, that's where I'd spend a little bit. Normally I would do Benefit for sure. Just a little bit in there. This is not too bad. I might just need to, normally I would fill out just a little few holes that I get that are menopausal holes. If you know, you know, where the hair is falling out. If only the hair on my chin would transfer to where it's falling out there. Okay, glasses on so I can read this. Next up we're going into bronzers, into face products. So what I've done is I have picked up the bronzer, blush and highlighter from Covergirl, their new skin enhancers, and I have picked up Revlon have done a cream to powder bronzer and blush. And I also have the L'Oreal highlights. So I've got a little bit to pick from. Starting with the bronzers, we have the shade Sculpted in Trublend. Trublend, yep. And in the Silk Bronze, we have the shade Sunset. Probably not going to read the other colours because it's going to be glasses on, glasses off. Trust me, they're going to be listed down below. So going in first, with these sticks, you can draw on. I do prefer to put them on my hand first. It warms it up, the body heat warms it up. It means that it's going to be easier to blend out. Now this is the Revolution one that comes in a like that. I'll put that one here. So we can actually compare the colours. This immediately feels stiffer than the Covergirl. This is the Revolution, this is the Covergirl. So working that into my brush, and this is the Covergirl. You can see this is more of slightly cooler tone than this one. Now, because we do actually want to see how it will go on the skin. It's not how, until I really know them, that I will do, but I like this as a contour. See how it's gripping? This is why I don't like to put it directly on the skin. Even doing it like this is better. It ensures that you're not going to get patchiness and struggle quite as much. Never really matters under here because you can buff that out. But even if you put it on your brush, as I said, and stamp it so that it works into the brush so that it gets a bit more even coating. So that gives you an idea of what that looks like. I'm just going to go down the side of my nose. My very wonky, crooked nose. It does look a little bit muddy. I think this was the second lightest. The next shade down was a bit more grey. So I'm just cleaning that off on the back of my hand, quite literally. Picking up this, you can immediately see this is a little warmer than that. And along there. Now let's see how this blends. So funnily enough, when you touch it, this feels slightly drier and the Covergirl feels a bit more emollient and creamer in the stick. But on your skin, it's actually the reverse. So you can't always rely on the feel of the texture of the product. Because I definitely prefer the feel of this on the skin. Now I want to feel this because this says it's a cream to powder. So I've just put, as soon as you rub that with your fingers, it becomes powder-like, like immediately. That's intriguing, which is probably why it blends easier. But overall, what you could do is, if you really want to sculpt your face, use this to sculpt your face. If you want to warm it up, use this. I would bring this down a little bit lower into these natural contours of your face. But see, this still looks a little bit muddy. That definitely looks warmer. Going on to the blush, I have got Fun Brush. Okay, so we have, this is, I don't even know where to put it at this stage. So we've got this sort of pinky rosy colour for Covergirl. Opening this up. And this is a cream to powder as well. This similar colour, but more pink. So that's a Revolution. This is the Covergirl. Yeah, when I look at this here, whilst it looks more pink, it does look like it's got a slight gold to it. I really need to clean my hands here in a second. Now, because of what happened with this, I am going to put this on my brush first and stamp it onto. I've worked that in now. You can see it's gripped in that one area. But no payoff. So we have to do this, don't we? And look at that. It's gripping, it's not wanting to blend. Really having to work that. That is lifting product there. I just took off the back of, like, off my hand. That's a lot of hard work for not much payoff. Let me just clean. I'm using my sponge to clean off. So, I'm putting it on here and I'm seeing if this is any better. Which is probably how I would look at applying it. I'm really not impressed with either of these skin enhancers so far. Okay, given that nothing, look, nothing's coming off on that. Let's try this one on here. Work that in. It's done the same thing, it's gripped there. But you can see it is absolutely building up to the point I'm not going to need to put this on my face. It's blending out beautifully. And again, I'm putting that on the finger. Same thing. It is a cream stick. The minute you rub your fingers together, it becomes a powder. Right, which doesn't give me much hope for the next couple of products. I've got mint marks all over this. This is the highlighter now. Okay, so covering the brush, working it in, it's near disappeared. Not really doing much. Again, you have to put it on your face, rely. These products definitely need warming up to work, and even then, can you see just that bit of glow? Super, super, super subtle. These are two slightly different products. So this is the Lumi La Glace and this is Lumi La Glow. So we'll go with the La Glow because I think that is the gold one. Clean this off on the back of my hand, nothing there. Oh, I didn't work it into here, so let's work it into this. Stamp it in. And just, to be quite honest, there's much and muchness there. Not really a huge amount of difference there at all. Just stamping that here a little bit. What I do want to do is, okay, this is the glass, right? Let's put this on my hand. I want you to see, can you see that shine there? So let's have a crack. Let's amp it up. I've put that on here. I'm going to, you can see just the slight shine. So let's tap. See if it makes a difference. See that glow now? I'm going to do the same, make it fair. Put this on the other side as well. This I think would be really good if you're just literally doing a, it does give your skin that real glass sort of shine, which is different to having a glow. Going in with, I have the Jelly Tint. I am not putting that on my cheeks whatsoever, but I do have, I just picked up a liner pencil. This is a Revlon one in a, you can see it's quite a brown burgundy shade. I'm going to just line my lips in that. And these, all of these versions, so are based on the Milk makeup jelly tint. So Revolution have them, Models Prefer have them, which is the parent company of MCO Beauty, and a few others have them. They are jelly based. This is a lot firmer, and look, just by, you can see that. So I'm going for that eyelid. Because these do stain. So if you're not having much luck with lip stains, this might be it for you. But it has given my lips that hint of colour, and you know, you can just see, so it does stain. I also have the Jelly Lip Oil. So this is just, it's a lip oil but in solid form, and I picked up this one because again it's one of those things that smells like lollies. Okay. And you can immediately, putting it on your lids, it does come in a few different flavours as such. Oh, it tastes very chemically, but it does moisturise your lips as soon as you put it on. I don't have anything in the eyeshadow range, so what I'm going to do is jump out now and film another video because I want to film some multiple looks in an eyeshadow palette. So what I'm going to do is just jump off now, film the eyeshadow look, and I'll be right back to set everything down. Okay, so I have just done my eyes, and we're going in now with, this is the Revolution Jelly Mist. So it is a setting mist. Let's see if that's going to pick it up. Gel to water fixing spray. I don't know what this is going to be like. I've never used it. I'm hoping it doesn't mess up everything, but super fine mist. It's a super fine mist. It does have that scent like the, yeah, it has that candy scent. But as far as the mist is concerned, I really like how that sets down, like how it lands on your skin. The nozzle of that's really good. Just letting that dry down. I am going in this eyeshadow, just, I don't know if it'll be live before this, probably not, is the Love Language palette, collaboration between Odin's Eye and Morgan Turner Makeup. I'm using this quadrant here in this look, so keep an eye out for that because I'm going to do, I think, 5 looks. I have got now the new Revlon All In Tubing Mascara, volumizing and length. I am not a massive fan of